Hello, my name is Rekutsko and welcome back to the Duenkhy. As you can see behind me, it's a little bit of more Christmas cheer. How awesome is that? I got a cool new projector light thingy, and it kind of just does this weird kaleidoscope thingy where it just goes all over the place with lights, and I think it's pretty awesome. I like it. I think it's pretty sweet. But either way, besides that, just getting into the holiday spirit a little bit more. There's not really much I can do around my room, but you'll see within the next couple days a video that I have planned of a lot of really cool stuff that I'm going to be showing you guys. But let's just go ahead and get into this game because we are on a date right now with Cassius, and we're going to see exactly how this is going to go. Hopefully we're not a fumbling, bumbling band of baboons. Oh my god, I did it! The theater is pretty crowded, probably because it's Friday. In the sheer darkness, I instinctively grab onto Cassius's shoulder for balance. Muscles coil slightly beneath my grasp, but I'm too busy scouting for seats to think much about it. There's that unspoken rule that you should always leave one seat gap between yourselves and strangers, so I'm trying to I do that too. It's really weird. If you don't do that, you're kind of creepy. So I'm trying to find two seats that have that buffer and aren't situated behind anyone at all. I mean, have you ever really been in a there's only been one time that I've ever been in a theater where we were literally so packed that the show was sold out. And that was the movie Frozen. Literally every single freaking seat was taken up. And yes, I went to go see that in theaters because I am a hardcore Disney and Pixar fan. I will see any freaking movie that's in theaters that is Disney and Pixar. Regardless. I don't care. I'm gonna go see it. There. Over here, Cassius. I tug him gently, guiding him to the correct row while trying not to step on anyone's feet. The seats are a little more off to the side than I'd usually prefer, but it's not a terrible spot. We settle down and adjust our armrests as the preview begins. Actually, to be honest with you, call this the middle row, and these are the side. I don't know if I'm in the camera right now. Hold on. Let me make sure. Okay, this is the middle row, this is the side, and this is the other side. Usually I sit over here onto this side, so I'm usually way over off to the side when I go to the movies. The movie starts out with a strange setting. The protagonist is a vampire residing on a farm, trying to eke out a modest lifestyle by gardening at night and hiding in the barn by day. That is really weird. Also, this music is extremely loud. There we go, that's better. The vampire manages to forego the need for blood by eating copious amounts of spinach leaves, which, as it turns out, are high in iron. The vampire is healthy and left alone for the most part, but they find themselves growing lonelier and lonelier each year. On their 600th birthday, they make themselves a spinach cake and wish for someone to love them. Then, right at the moment, a dragon crash lands in their tomato patch. Okay, the vampire rushes out to check on the creature, donning a cowboy hat and sunglasses to block out this. Are you kidding me? The dragon introduces himself and apologizes for the trouble she's caused. As it turns out, she's injured by an arrow from a dragon hunter. The arrow tore a terrible cast in the dragon's wing gash. I can't speak today. And she fears she won't be able to fly for a long time. Oh, okay. Out of concern for the dragon's injury and fearing that the hunter might catch her even more easily as she travels by foot, the vampire invites her to stay with them while she heals. The intro is fairly cute, but the idea of a cowboy vampire is difficult for me to wrap. It's difficult for me too. As soon as they said cowboy, I was like, nah. Edward on the farm. The vampire rides horses and speaks with a southern drawl. It's unintentionally humorous to say. I mean, at least we get a good laugh out of it. Nobody else in the theater seems quite as amused as me, though. Quite the contrary, a few cursory glances revealed that most of the audience is rather entranced by the story. I don't see anyone dozing off or text. Are you serious? Everyone's totally fine with watching this? Nobody else thinks a cowboy vampire is funny? Just, oh, we're human. Shit, that's right. There has to be cowboy vampires, that's right. Wow, I feel really bad for laughing now. Oh, I was wrong. I was completely wrong about this movie. We're at the climax now, and the main character has been stabbed by the antagonist. The main character is dying. The entire theater is in shock. I can't tear my eyes away from the scene, though. I still a quick side glance at Cassius to see if he's in the same state of awe as I am. How can you tell? As the audience holds their breath, the main character speaks in inspirational, dying words. It's stupid, but I feel tears clouding my vision. I know it's just a silly fictional story, but I've never expected to get so emotionally invested in the characters. It's so cute. Oh, I love it so much. Now that I think about this, subtly foreshadowed the main character's death at the beginning of the movie. Absolute genius. Truly a gusty movie from the writers. I admire them for so okay, what? The main character is being brought back to life. What the heck? What's going on? Oh, because the power of love and bravery or something like that. Man, way to cheapen a heart-rending scene. Feel a little cheated. Somehow, but the rest of the theater is still locked in awe and hush. Oh, whatever, dude. In the dead silence of the quiet scene, you can hear one or two viewers eating popcorn in the distance. It's almost irreverent. Then, out of nowhere... Oh, no! Oh, no! Oh, no! Cassius is no! Oh, Cassius! All at once, the eyes of every single moviegoer, at least the ones in possession of eyes, are on me and Cassius. I have to take a moment to shake off my shock numbness before I realize the source of nose is coming from right behind me. Or right beside me. Despite being the source, Cassius is every bit confused and horrified as the people standing around him. He reenacts the first time I met him almost perfectly, standing up flailing his arms as though uncertain of the function. Once a few more people have had the chance to recover from their surprise, we're met with a chorus of shh and a couple of screaming children. Oh no! Cassius is how? We went to a movie that was supposed to be... Oh god. I think we wouldn't have I think either way we would have probably ended up having this issue. I push past my bewilderment and take Cassius by the arm, guiding him out of the way we came in. By the time we've left the lobby, he's managed to turn the music's off switch. Okay. His hands are clammy within a sheen of sweat. Jesus Christ, me, come on. But he retracts them the moment that I try to nudge one. Are you okay now? Cassius just shudders like he's about to fall over. On reflex, I almost reach out to steady him. But then I remember how dodgy he's being about physical contact. So my hands just sort of hover pointlessly in the air. What's up with me? I've never been one for touchy-feeliness. Especially not with people I barely know. Must be Lady's influence. She's very physically expressive. I guess she's already rubbed off on me. Gross! Yeah, I'm fine. He doesn't sound fine at all. I keep that opinion to myself, though. What? What was that all about? I told you, didn't I? My stupid head. It does this without my permission all the time. I know that, but I mean, what triggered it? He twists his fingers around nervously. I gesture for him to follow me down the street so that we might have more privacy. As it is now, we have a few strangers regarding us with looks. I was just really happy, I guess. He lets out a quiet, filtered sound that takes a moment to recognize as a sigh. Without an actual act of exhaling air, it sounds like a descending note. Oh, that's so funky. Happy? Yeah, about the movie. I was so scared when I thought the main character was dead for good. I guess I was just too relieved by the big revival scene. I let it get to my head. I mean, you literally let it get to your head. I've never heard a phrase used so literally before. It takes a good measure of willpower to keep from laughing. Humorous wording aside, I really do feel bad that Cassius has to deal with such an unfortunate tick. Aw, poor Cassius. I'm sorry, because of me we're going to miss out on the ending. I should have thought of a better place to take you. Now I remember why no one ever invited me out to the... Oh, come on, Cassius, it's not that bad. We saw all the good parts already anyway. There will probably be a forced kiss scene and a big celebration of the hero, and then the credits. Who cares, right? Well, I guess. You're not mad at me, right? What? No way! Why would I be mad at you for something you can't control? Silly question given the fact that he has classmates mad at him for that exact reason not even 24 hours prior to this outing. He's probably used to people scolding him for causing disturbances, but I won't be one of those people. Besides, as unfortunate as the results were, the fact that he was that extremely relieved about the climax of the movie is kind of charming. Cassius is really a pure guy. Come on, let's find a bookstore or something. We can make up our own ending to the movie while we talk. Okay. Oh god, I can't. It's so awesome right now. Oh, it's so awesome. I start leading the way, though I'm least qualified for us to be leading anyone around town. He hurries to match my pace, and while I'm distracted with searching for directions, he slips a tentative hand around mine and gently tugs me in the opposite direction. Aww. Bookstore's this way. The contact is sudden and to some, maybe audacious, but I recognize it as a small show of budding trust, and judging by the lightness in Cassius' step, I think I'm coming in right in that conclusion. Anyway, wasn't the score for that movie really good? I was so moved when it reprised the opening theme. I mean, that's usually how movies do, you know? Like, reprisals for, like, let's see, Tarzan did it. I think a form of reprisal was made in Frozen as well. It's just a normal thing. In all honesty, I hadn't thought to pay much attention to the background music, but for the sake of solidarity, I nod. Yeah, it was really good. Glad we got to see it together. And for some reason, my heart flutters a little at the way our hands fit together. Aww. Chapter 2, Summer. Are we actually going to be able to go into Chapter 2? Are we... Is this for real right now? The coming of summer is supposed to be exciting, a relief, and a time to relax, catch up on the shows, games, and books you didn't have time before. But I just remembered that I'm also out of time. I'm so sorry. I know this is a little bit shorter of an episode, but I am unfortunately out of time. I do have a lot to get ready for today, so I'm going to go ahead and end it here. I promise the next one is going to be much longer, but for now, I will see you guys in the next video. I hope you're going to be enjoying Chapter 2. Eventually, that was 4. I did 4. I did it again. Chapter 2 in the next video, because that's where we're going to be heading to. So I don't know exactly what we're going to be leading into now. I know we're obviously on Cassius's route, because as unfortunate as it is, we don't really get to find out anybody else's route. This demo is literally only a Cassius route, which is fine, because Cassius is freaking adorable, and I'm glad they went with Cassius rather than anybody else right now, because I don't have that same connection with anybody else right now. Please click on that little icon below in order to subscribe to the channel if you want, no pressure. And also those videos off to the side there, those are going to lead you to a little bit of extra content that I have donezo. God, I'm so stupid. I will see you later. Peace out.